Hi all, today we're going to be talking about the SG-100, the default shotgun available to the NSO. The SG-100 is pretty good. You know what, for what it is, it's pretty good. It's one of the only semi-auto shotguns in the game that can one-shot to the head, assuming you land almost all of your pellets. And in general, it's comfortable to use and nice to use. It's just a very pleasant weapon all around. It feels good, it shoots good, it kills well, it has a unique little gimmick of being able to headshot targets. It's good. You know what, for what it is, it's really, really nice. It's one of the better semi-autos, and it's probably the best faction-specific shotgun available to the NSO. So, 214 RPM, 100 damage per pellet, with a total of 7 pellets, 8 meters of max damage range, a fairly okay reload at 3 second long, 2.35 short, a pellet spread of 3, decent hip and aim accuracy, and it's just useful. You also get a fairly big ammunition pool at 10 rounds, which is very, very nice and opens up a slight diversity in build that I'll be talking about shortly. So, in the way of optics, take your pick. It doesn't really matter. I take a 1, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Of course, the Smart Choke is mandatory on the barrel because better shotgun accuracy is huge. It's a straight buff. There's no reason not to take it. It's always going to benefit you. And on a shotgun that can one-shot to the head if you land almost all your pellets, this will only make that more reliable. It's absolutely worth taking. On every single shotgun in the game it's worth taking. Just take a Smart Choke. Now, in the rail, personally, I think both the Comfort Grip and Extended Magazine are both viable for different reasons. The Extended Mag is a very safe pick. You get 2 more rounds, but you do take a 15% on equip and unequip penalty. And this is where the Comfort Grip comes in. Now, you get a 30% better equip speed, which is really, really nice. You can ignore both the recoil penalties because they don't matter. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. So really what you're trading here is, compared to the Extended Mag, you gain a significantly better equip speed in exchange for 2 less rounds. Now, how much you value these 2 rounds is largely up to you, but I've had the equip speed save me many, many times, and it's very convenient to have, especially since it's a magazine-fed shotgun, where you might have to pull it out real quick. Extended Mag is very much a safe pick here. If you just want a rail slot for a rail slot, take the Extended Mag. It's basically free, but I actually do like the Comfort Grip, and I think it is viable. Dark Light is a joke, and the laser is a joke. Now, in the ammunition slot, I would leave it blank. Flechettes are not that good here because they take away your one-shot headshot potential, and in general, you don't really need them. They're not really necessary. I would stay without them. Slugs are just a meme. Slugs are always a meme, so don't bother taking slugs. So now, jumping into some live server play, it is currently 6:49 PM on Connery on a Saturday night. We're on Esmir, and we're going to go to Echo Valley, which should be a pretty alright fight for this gun, all things considered. I am most of the way through it. I'm at 690 kills, and hopefully I will Araxium it tomorrow, and make some good progress on it later tonight. But it's a good shotgun. It's a very good shotgun for what it is. It feels comfortable. It's quick to Araxium because of how reliable it is. The reload speed is more than good enough to keep up with the pace of close quarters combat. In general, it's a great shotgun. For being the freebie, it is far and away really, really good. There's no reason to pick up another shotgun on NSO unless you're devoting yourself to the shotgun directive, simply because the SG is that good out of the box. The Baron is nice, and I would honestly take the Baron over the SG-100, but if you're not really going to commit to shotguns, there's no reason to swap it out. The SG-100 will work just fine, and pretty good in general for almost every single situation that you'll need to throw it into. As I get domed by SSR, go outside. It's a great shotgun. You know what? It's a great shotgun. It's kind of actually hard to talk about the shotgun in a lot of ways because it's so good, it's so reliable that, well, this has been a problem with other reviews, if you've watched my videos for a while, where I don't actually have a whole lot to say about good guns. The SG-100 is just a good weapon. There's no catch to it, there's no huge flaws of it. It's just a good shotgun at the end of the day. Of course, it helps when you play against bots on Connery, because this server is filled with some of the dumbest players, I swear to God. But it doesn't help that the fights right now are not very good, and it's going to be hard to really show you what the shotgun is like, but we'll do what we can. It's been a very pleasant shotgun throughout my Araxium so far. Of course, I'm not quite done it, but I've gotten it down. It's not a very complicated shotgun. There's no weird gimmicks here. There's no flechette or slug bullshit to worry about here. It's just a standard, no frills, no gimmick shotgun that just works. There's a case of the shotgun headshot working out well. I wouldn't rely on it. but it is definitely, it's nice when it happens. It's definitely not something to rely on, but when it happens, it sure feels good. Treat it as more of a nice little bonus that comes alongside the SG-100 from time to time, rather than a thing to be actually aiming for at all times, because, well, it's not a game changer. Honestly, being able to one-shot headshot people, while funny, it's not a game changer. It will not regularly change your gameplay, it will not regularly save you. It's more so a nice thing that just happens from time to time if you get a little lucky. This is where an extended mag would come in handy, but I still like the comfort grip. But it's a preference at the end of the day. You could really take or leave either the comfort or the extended. It largely depends on what your own preference is, if you value more magazine in shotgun or if you value equip speed. It is worth noting that because the comfort grip also reduces the unequipped time, it will make you pull out your pistol faster, which is noteworthy on a shotgun, especially because you may need to pull out your sidearm as a panic tool. And comfort grip will help you with that, whereas the extended will hurt that. It's just a nice factor to consider, but it shouldn't be the make or break deal on the grip. It's a shotgun. If you've used a semi-auto shotgun, you know what it's going to be like. It sure is a semi-automatic shotgun that just happens to do a little bit more damage than most other semis in the class. And outside of that, it doesn't really have anything noteworthy going for it. It's a decent shotgun. This fight is not very decent. But you gotta get footage somehow. So we'll probably have 1 or 2 more lives. This Echo Valley fight is really, really mediocre, and I don't really like it, but you know what? We're going to try and get out of it what we can. Of course, we have to wait a long time to spawn on the next Thunder, because that's how the spawn system works nowadays, and unfortunately, I will be complaining about it, because this is live gameplay, and that means you get to see all of this bullshit as it happens. So, one thing to note about the SG-100, it's not very good at range. Obviously, you should be able to know this just because of the fact that, well, it's a shotgun. You should probably know coming out of the gate that, well, it's not going to be very good at range. It's a shotgun. But, you know, it does the trick. It does the trick. And that's, I got owned by a Scatmax, and I don't even want to play anymore because of that. So we're going to call it here. In recap, SG-100, it's a good shotgun. It's a very, very nice shotgun. It's perfectly suitable as a starter option. It arguably outshines the other 2 Empire-specific shotguns available to the NSO, and it's not a replacement. Honestly, you don't need to replace it very early. You can stick with this thing throughout the entirety of, say, your light assault or axiom, and you'll do just fine with it. It's a perfectly serviceable shotgun. It works. It's good. It's fun to use. So, thank you all, and I will see you all again another time. Bye.